Good morning, everyone. This is Ajay. Welcome back to Let Us Learn. This is your online classroom. Before begin our today's class, as usually, we take few minutes to quickly revise what we have learned in the previous session. We started our journey with an important area in English, that is vocabulary, improving vocabulary, as we discussed. So, what is the use of improving vocabulary? Yes, so learning new words that always sharpen our thinking, and we can express our ideas, feelings effectively, and also we can use English in speaking and writing very well. So these are the basic uses of improving vocabulary. So English is a global language. If you improve vocabulary, you can express effectively. Okay, that's why we have to improve our vocabulary. Okay, then you may ask, how can we improve vocabulary? Students, always keep in mind, there are no hard and fast tools to improve our vocabulary. There are no hard and fast tools to improve vocabulary. Always keep in mind, there are many ways are there. The last session we have identified 4 areas to improve vocabulary, to learn new words. What are those 4 areas? Yes, we can improve our vocabulary by using a dictionary. That is the first area we have identified. Second one, learning root words. Next, learning prefixes and suffixes and how to use them. That is the third area. What is the last one? Yes, learning one word substitutes. These are the 4 areas we have identified to improve our vocabulary, to learn new words. First, using a dictionary, learning root words, use of prefixes and suffixes, and learning one word substitutes. In the last session we focused on first area, how to improve our vocabulary or how to learn new words using a dictionary. We focus on first area. Okay, so what is a dictionary? As you know, yes, dictionary is a list of words. So every language has its own dictionary. Every language has its own dictionary. So dictionary is a reference book. It is a just reference book. It consists a list of words. So generally they are arranged in a alphabetical order. That is a common feature of the dictionary. Okay, dictionary is a use of list of words. That is a reference book. So by using dictionary, by using a good dictionary, we can learn new words. So how can you learn new words by using a dictionary? So as we have discussed, so every good dictionary has some features. Okay, so by learning those features, so we can improve our vocabulary, we can learn new words. So what are the good features of a good dictionary? Okay, first one, meanings or meanings. So every good dictionary has meanings of the words. Okay, that is the first feature of the good dictionary. Meaning or meanings. We can learn meanings of a particular word. Okay, we can learn meaning of a particular word. For example, some words are more than 2 meanings. So in that case also we can learn those words, as we have observed in the previous session, some words. Okay, water. Okay, water is a noun, sometimes that is a verb. Okay, we have to focus we can on dictionary. First one is the meanings or meanings. We can learn meanings. That is the first step, first feature of a good dictionary. By using good dictionary, we can learn meanings of a word. Next one, spellings. We can learn spellings, correct spellings of a good dictionary. For example, now as we have seen, color, some words are more than two spellings. Spelling is different. American English and British English. For example, color, spelling is different. Okay, color, COLOUR in British English, American English, COLOR, color. Like so, by referring dictionary, we can learn the meanings of words in different languages like British English, American English. The meanings are different. That is another feature. Next one, word class. That is the most important class, most important feature of a dictionary. Word class. Word class means word family. That is nothing but parts of speech. So we know about that. What is a part of speech? Yes, a duty of a word in a sentence is called part of speech. So many words as different parts of speech and different situations, as we have observed in our journey with parts of speech. So by observing dictionary, by using dictionary, we can learn the parts of speech, word family of a particular word. Sometimes it is used as a noun, sometimes it is used as an adjective, sometimes the same word used as an verb, like that. So by referring dictionary, we can learn the word family or parts of speech of a particular word. So in this way we can improve our vocabulary. Next one, pronunciation. This is the most important area in English, especially speaking English. Okay, as you know, the importance of speaking English. Okay, if you, because we are all other speakers. English is not our native language. It is not our mother tongue. It is other tongue. So if you want to speak like natives, we have to know how they pronounce each word. Okay, in every good dictionary you can find phonetic symbols. Okay, how the word should be pronounced. By learning phonetic symbols, we can learn how to pronounce the word. So by using dictionary, we can learn how the pronunciation of the word. As you know, pronunciation is a important aspect in speaking. If you want to speak like natives, we have to know the phonetic symbols or pronunciation of the words. In dictionary, we can find pronunciation of the words. In this way, we can improve our vocabulary. Next one, word stress. This is also an important area. Word stress in English, especially native speakers, they stress, they emphasize some stress on some syllables. Okay, as you know, a word is a combination of syllables. Some are monosyllable words, some are bisyllable words, some are more than two syllables words. So in that case, sometimes for some words we stress on first syllable, some words we stress on second syllable, for some words we stressed on the last syllable. Okay, so we can observe word stress where we have to give stress. Okay, the stress marks also find in dictionary. Okay, by referring a good dictionary, we can find word stress. And most important thing is usage. You can find usage also in dictionary. Already we have discussed what is improving vocabulary doesn't mean what is that, learning the definition of certain words. Always keep in mind. Okay, improving vocabulary doesn't mean memorizing the definition of words. Usage is always important. So by observing good dictionary, by referring good dictionary, we can find the usage of the word. Okay, in all good dictionaries, the usage, the examples also given. So that is the another use of good dictionary. In this way we can improve our vocabulary. In this way improve our usage of the words. Okay, this is another one. And the most important area is synonyms and antonyms. Okay, especially in thesaurus or some good dictionaries we can find the synonyms, antonyms of the words. What is synonyms? Yes, similar meanings. Okay, similar meanings. A word has many synonyms. Okay, we can find all the synonyms of the particular word in a dictionary. All good dictionaries have synonyms of the words. Otherwise we can find synonyms in thesaurus, that is also type of dictionary. In thesaurus we find only synonyms and antonyms. Okay, next, antonyms. Antonyms means, yes, opposite meaning of the word. By observing good dictionary, by look at good dictionary, we can find the antonyms of the words. Opposite words also we can find in the dictionary. This is the another way to improve our vocabulary. If we refer to vocabulary, we can find antonyms of the words and we can learn synonyms of the word. In this way we can enrich our vocabulary, we can learn new words. Okay, these are the areas how we can improve our vocabulary, how we can learn new words using a dictionary. Okay, so using a dictionary we can learn new words. Every dictionary has its own features, every language has its own dictionary, and every good dictionary has features. So the best features, by following the best features we can enrich, we can learn new words, or we can improve our vocabulary. So by using dictionary we can learn meanings or meaning of a word, and we can learn pronunciation, we can learn word family. Word family means part of speech. We can learn word stress, we can learn different spellings of the same word. Next we can find usage of the word, and we can learn synonyms and antonyms of the same words. And last one is collocations. That is also important. If you want to become a native speaker, we have to learn collocations. Collocation means, so some words always go together. We have to find those collocations and we have to use them in our writing and speaking. Then we can become like a native speakers. Collocations in a good dictionary we can find collocations also. These are the important features of a good dictionary. So by following these all features, so we can improve our vocabulary, we can learn new words. So always keep in mind, use your dictionary regularly. That is the most important one. Always keep in mind, use dictionary daily, refer it daily, systematically, regularly. Then only we can improve our vocabulary. By referring a dictionary, don't go for only meanings. So we can learn not only meanings. By referring dictionary, we find not only, we search for not only meanings, we can find its usage, its antonyms and synonyms, its pronunciation, word stress, and class of the word, that is part of speech. Always keep in mind, whenever you search a word in a dictionary, we have to keep these all points. Then only we can improve our vocabulary. Okay, never go for not only search meanings. While searching meanings, we have to find the word family, that is a part of the speech. Next is spellings. Next it's usage, and most important one, pronunciation, how to pronounce the word. Next we have to find its usage. Some examples will be given in the dictionary. Next you have to learn new words by observing its synonyms and antonyms. Okay, always keep those points in mind. So this is the way to improve our vocabulary or learning new words by using a dictionary. Okay, let us move to another area, how to improve vocabulary. As we have seen, how to improve our vocabulary by using a dictionary regularly. Next we move to another area, that is learning root words. By learning root words also we can learn new words, we can improve our vocabulary. So what is a root word? Yes, a root is a simple form of word. What is root? A root is a simple form of word or a part of a word without any prefix and suffixes. That is a root word. Basic word, root. Every has root words. So now you are talking about English. English has root words of many other languages. It has borrowed root words from Greek and Latin, especially. Not only Greek and Latin, in French, we can find some French root also in English. So that's why English became a global language, because it accepts all languages. Okay, and it had to use dictionary. That's why it becomes a global language. So in English we can find roots of many other languages. So most roots are from Greek and Latin, and also some from French. Okay, so root, by learning root words is an important aspect of learning new words or improving our vocabulary. What is the root? Root is a simple form of a word or a part of word without any prefix and suffix. So what is prefix and suffix? As you know, prefix means a fragment of word or word fragment. So a word fragment that is added in front of a word, that is prefix, pre and before. Okay. Prefix, a word fragment that adds before a word or in front of a word, that is prefix. Suffix, that is also word fragment, but it adds at the end of the word, that is suffix. Okay, so without prefix and suffix, a simple form of a word is called a root word. Okay, root word is a simple form of word or a part of a word without prefix and suffix. A prefix is a word fragment added in front of a word. For example, by, pre, an. By is a prefix. Okay, so bicycle, observe, cycle, we can add by, so it becomes bicycle. We can learn new words. Next, preview, observe, preview is a prefix that is adds in front of a word. View, view is a root, view, so preview. Unhappy, happy is a word, so by adding preview, that is by adding that is the prefix, then it becomes unhappy. Opposite of the happy, happy, unhappy, opposite happy, opposite antonym is unhappy. So how it forms? By simply adding a prefix, that is un, like that. Prefix. Suffix, suffix is a word fragment added at the end of a word. For example, hood, less, 5, like these are some suffixes. Childhood, child, we can add hood, childhood, hood is a suffix. Careless, care is a word, by adding a suffix we find another word, that is careless. Okay, clarify, like that. Okay, So learning prefixes, suffixes, also one of the important way to improve our vocabulary. So about this part, how to use prefixes and suffixes, we will learn in the next class. Okay, this is also one of the area how to improve our vocabulary, how to learn new words by using prefixes and suffixes is the another area we will focus it on next session. Okay, today we focus only on how to learn new words using base words, that is root words. Okay, a root word is a word, a part of a word without prefix and suffix. So what is prefix, what is suffix, that's why this slide is presented, to know about prefix and suffix. These are basics. Okay, in the next session we entirely focus on how to use prefix and suffixes and how to form words, how to learn new words by using prefixes and suffixes. We will focus it in the next session. Okay, today we only focus on learning root words. Okay, for example, a root word Genesis. So observe the slide. Genesis, that is a root word. Genesis is a root word. What is the meaning of Genesis? Birth or origin. Birth or origin. Genesis is a root word, that meaning is birth or origin. How other words are formed based on the root. For example, gene. Gene is a word. So what is the root word? Genesis. It is Genesis is a root word. So that means birth or origin. By Genesis, we can, by learning Genesis, we can learn other words like gene, genes, gene. What is the gene? What is the meaning of gene? A unit of heredity which is transferred from a parent to offspring. Offspring means children, and it is held determine some characteristic of children. This is gene. We always talked about genes, that is in your genes, like that. Gene is a unit of heredity which is transferred from a parent to offspring, children, and is held to determine some characteristic of the offspring. So observe how learning the root word. What is the root word? Genesis. That means birth or origin. So by learning, by observing root word Genesis, we can find all these other words. But gene is one example. Next one, genetics. That is also same, derived from the Genesis. Genetics, the study of heredity and the variations of inherited characteristic. Genetics, that is also another word. Okay, so observe how we are learning new words by knowing the root word. Root word is Genesis. Okay, by keeping in mind that Genesis, we can learn these other words: gene, genetics, the study of heredity and variations of inherited characteristics. Next, geneticist. It is also noun. Geneticist, an expert or student of heredity and the variation of inherited characteristics. An expert who studies genetics. A student who studies expert who studies genetics. As per the difference between genetics and geneticist. Geneticist is an expert or a student on genetics. Okay. Next, genealogy. Always keep the root word in mind, that is Genesis. Genealogy, the study of tracing of lines descent, tracing lines. Okay, where you are from. Okay, go back to roots. Right. Next, back to roots. Genital, that is another word, means relating to human or animal reproductive organs. So always keep in mind basic root word, that is Genesis, means birth or origin. Based on that, we can learn these meanings of these words. Genital, that is adjective. relating to human or animal reproductive organs. Okay, congenital, that is another word, of a disease or physical abnormality present from birth. Okay, for example, some disease is present from birth, so that is called as congenital. Like, so observe, by learning root words we can improve our vocabulary, we can learn new words. Okay, that is the another way to improve our vocabulary. Breaking a word down into root, prefix and suffix might help us determine its literal meaning. So, okay, so always focus on root words. In this way we can learn our new words or we can improve our vocabulary. Okay, always every word try to break it into what is the root, what is prefix, what is suffix. We have discussed what is prefix and suffix. So always break down the word into root, prefix, suffix. In this way we can improve our vocabulary. So many English words were borrowed from Greek and Latin. So that's why English became a global language. Not only English borrowed from Greek and Latin, it is also borrowed from many other languages, French and other languages. Okay, many English words were borrowed from Greek and Latin words. Okay, today we'll focus on some root words. It is good idea to learn the meaning of common roots, prefixes and suffixes, as this could help us deduce the meaning of new and unfamiliar words. Okay, so today we focus on some roots of Greek and some roots of Latin words. Focus on, so observe the slide. All these words are Greek. So as we have discussed, many English words are borrowed from Greek and Latin. So in this way today we focus on Greek root. These are some examples. Not all words, there are some examples. So for example, auto is a word, that is a root word, belongs to Greek root. Auto is a Greek word. Actually it belongs to Greek word root. What is the meaning of auto? Self. Auto means self. Okay, so by learning auto, so how English has adapted new words: autograph, automatic. These are the English words based on its root. Auto means self graph, graph means, that is also Greek root. Graph means write, self writing, autograph. Many cases we give autographs to others when you become familiar, celebrity or famous. Autograph. Okay, automatic, some machine start automatically. Self. Okay, auto means self. Auto is a Greek root, that the meaning is self. Based on the root word we can learn these words: autograph, automatic. Okay, next one, bio is a Greek root. What is the meaning of bio? Life. Bio means life. Okay, biology. Observe, these are English words: biology, biography. Biology means science of living beings. Okay, biography. What is the biography? Life history of someone written by other person, that is biography. Same also. So autobiography. Here observe, autobiography. Auto means self, bio life, graphy, that is right. Autobiography, life history written by the person himself. If the person write his own life history, that is called as autobiography. So just biography, life history written by some other person, not his own. So observe. So by learning these root words, how we can learn English. Autobiography, you can find how many root words are there? 3 root words are there. Auto means self, bio means life, graphy, that is also from graph means right. Autobiography, 3 root words are there. Okay, so in this way, by learning root words, we can improve our vocabulary. You can learn new words. Just observe other root words on the slide. Okay, next, that is chrono, that is another root word. So we are focusing on Greek root words. Chrono means time, chronology. Okay, synchronize, these are the English words. These are derived from the root word chrono, that means time, chronology. Okay, next, dem, that is a root word. Dem means people, people, democracy, demographic, like demo means people. By learning the root, we can learn many words. Demography, demographic. Okay, electro, that means amber, that is a magnetic quality. In physics you will find magnetic quality. Electro is a root word, that means amber. By electro we can see electricity, words, electromagnet. Okay, and so many words. Okay, so always learn about new words. By learning new words, we can improve our vocabulary, we can learn new words. So focus on root words. Root word means basic part of a word without prefix and suffix, that is called root words. So English has borrowed many words from Greek and Latin languages. That's why English became a global language of all. So these are some examples how English borrowed root words from other languages. These are 5 root words from Greek. Let us focus some more. Next, Greek root. Geo is also Greek root. What is the meaning of geo? Earth. Geo means earth, geography, geology. So these are subjects. Science, geography. Good. That is a physical feature of earth. Geography, study of physical feature of earth, that is geography. Geology, geo means what is the meaning? Earth. Geology, that is also science of physical feature of earth, that is geology. How these words are derived from the root word geo, just observe. In this way we can learn new words by learning root words. Next word is graph. Graph is also root word, as we have discussed. Graph is also a Greek root, which means write. Graph means write. Autograph, graphic. Okay, autobiography. Okay, biography. These are other words based on the root graph. Next one, mega. Mega is also a Greek root. Mega means large. Megawatt, megabyte, these are the words. And megastar and some other words. These are derived from the root word mega. Mega means large. Okay, by learning root word we can improve our vocabulary. Meter. Meter means measure. Meter is a Greek root which means measure. Thermometer, if you want to measure temperature, we use thermometer. Okay, kilometer, distance, kilometer. Like pan, that is also Greek root. Pan, which means all or entire. All or entire. Pandemic, pantheon, these are the words from pan. Pandemic means So nowadays all of us are facing pandemic, that is COVID-19. COVID-19 is also a pandemic, that is a disease spread all over the world. Spread all over the world. So pan, what is the meaning? All. Pandemic. COVID is a pandemic because it spreads all over the world. Now let us focus on some other Greek roots. Phil is a Greek root which means love. Phil, which means love. Philosophy. Philosophy. That is also a study of existence. Okay, nature of existence. Study the nature of existence. That is philosophy. Is now become a subject. Okay, philosophy. Study the nature of existence. Next, bibliophile. Bibliophile. Observe, bibliophile means the person who loves books. Phil, that means love. Bibliophile means who love books. Next, photo. Observe another Greek root, photo. That means light. Photograph. Photosynthesis. Photograph and photosynthesis. These are other English words. Those are derived from a Greek root, that is photo. Okay, photosynthesis. You may have studied in your school days. Photosynthesis. Psyche. Psyche means mind or soul. Psyche is a Greek root which means mind or soul. By using psyche, so many English words are formed. Psychiatry and psychology. Observe difference between psychiatry and psychology. What is psychiatry? Yes, a treatment of mental illness. Psychiatry. Psychiatrist is a doctor. Psychiatry is a treatment for mental illness. So psychology, that is nature of mind, study of mind, that is psychology. Psychologist, psychological, like that. So observe, always observe the root words. By knowing root words, we can improve our vocabulary, we can expand our vocabulary. Okay, psyche, that means mind or soul. By psyche we can different words, psychiatry, psychiatrist. Okay, psychology, psychologist, psychological, like other words, we can learn other words. Next, tele, that is also a Greek root which means far away. Television, telescope, these are other words. So observe, tele, that is a Greek root. Tele means far away. Television, telescope are derived from the root, Greek root tele. Next, theo, that means God. Theo means God. Theology, theology means study of existence of God or religious practices, that is theology. Atheist, theist, atheist means who disbelieves God, that is atheist. Theist, who believes God. So for all these three words, what is the basic word, basic root, that is theo. Theo is a Greek root which means God. Based on this we can form theology. Atheist, who disbelieves God. Theist, who believes God. Theology, the study of existence of God, that is a subject. Like, okay, these are Greek word, Greek, these are English words, how they are derived from a Greek root. Okay, we have seen 15 Greek roots. For example, many words are there, many English words are there which are derived from Greek roots. As we have already discussed, English, a global language, has borrowed many words from other languages, especially from Greek and Latin. So for that we have observed 15 Greek roots. Based on Greek roots, how vocabulary improves. We have seen some examples of English words. Those are only examples. We can find many words. Next, we focus on another root, that is Latin. Latin is also language. Latin root. Earlier it was one of the classic languages, Latin, like our Sanskrit in India. Like Latin is also like that, but now it is not using Latin. Okay, so Latin root. Latin root, for example, Audi. Audi is a Latin root, which means here. Audi means here. From Audi, example English words, audio, audience. Always compare with the meaning. Audio, audio, video. So audio means we listen. Okay, the Greek root is audi, which means here. So from Greek root audi, these other words are formed in English. Audio, audience. Next one, beni, that means good. Benefit, benign. Benign means a kind person, benign personality, a kind, generous. Okay, so basic root is beni, which means good, benefit, benign. Next, cret, that is another Latin root, not Greek, Latin. Now we are focusing on Latin roots. It is also one of the classic languages in the world, like our Sanskrit. Cret, that means believe or trust. Okay, from the cred, root word cred, credential, incredible. Incredible means impossible to believe, the meaning. Credentials. Okay, these are the characteristics of a person, background, your qualifications, your nature. These are the background credentials. Dict is a Latin root which means speak. By dict we can derive many words. Dictate, dictate, dictator, verdict. Observe, these are all derived from the root word dict. Dictator, dictate, dictation, verdict. Okay. Next, doct, that is also a Latin root which means teach. Doct means teach. Document, doctor. These are some examples. Let us see some more examples on Latin root. Fact, that is a Latin root which means make. Fact means make. So from fact, factory, so which produces things, goods. Factory, manufacture. So always keep in mind what is the root word for these two words. Fact, that means make, making things, make some things. Okay. Next, fin, that is another Latin root which means end or limit. Final, limit, final. Confine, oh, confinement area or okay, confinement area like. Next one is gen, that is another Latin root. Gen means birth. Gene, generation. Already we have seen gene or genesis. So gen is a Latin root. Okay. Next one is miss or mit. These are Latin roots. Means send, transmit, missile. Transmit and missile. Next, now or now, that means new. Novice, renovate. Novice or renovate. Next, and the Latin root omni. Omni, omni means all. Omnivorous, omnipotent. Okay, by learning root word omni we can find many other new words in English. Omnivorous means that is the animal which eats everything, not only vegetarian, non-vegetarian, which eats everything, that is omnivorous. Omnipotent is a might, potential, potent, that is also Root means strength, omnipotent, omnipresent, present everywhere, that is omnipresent. These are some other words derived from the Latin root, that is omni, which means all, omnipresent. The God is omnipresent and omnipotent. Okay, the mighty power he has. Next, pot, that is also another Greek, Latin root, that means carry. Port is a Latin root, that means carry. From port, some other words are derived. Transport, portable, these are other words. Next, script or script, which means write. Scribble, script. Scribble means you write speedy. Okay, that is scribble. Send or sense, that means feel. From the Latin root sent or sense, we can derive some other words. Sentiment, sensation, these are English words. Wheat, wish, these are two Latin roots. From these Latin roots we can derive, we can get visible, video. What is the means of vis? See. Okay, see, visible, it find. Invisible we can't find, invisible we can't find, visible we can see, video can see. Okay, like these are some examples of how we can improve our vocabulary by learning root words. Okay, so before ending our today's session, just recap what we have learned today. Okay, and today we focused on learning our vocabulary, how to improve our vocabulary, how to learning new words to enrich our English speaking, a use of English in writing and speaking, how to express our feelings, thoughts effectively. Okay, for all this we have to improve our vocabulary. So there are different ways are there to improve vocabulary. There is no fast and hard rule, but we have identified four areas how to learn new words. The first one is learning vocabulary using a dictionary, as we have found in the previous session. In today's class we focus on another area, that is learning root words. Okay, learning root words. So by learning root words, how can we learn new words? How can we improve our vocabulary? So we focus on root. What is the root? Yes, root means a basic part of a word without prefix and suffixes. Okay, and we also learned about prefix. What is prefix? What is suffix? What is prefix? Yes, prefix is a fragment of word that added in front of the word, that is prefix. Pre means before, added in front of the word, that is prefix. Suffix means that added at the end of the word, that is suffix. Okay, so in today we focus on how to improve vocabulary by learning root words. So as you know, English is a global language, so it has borrowed many words from other languages, especially from Greek and Latin. That's why we focus on Greek and Latin roots. We have observed how what are the Greek and Latin roots, how English take new words in its language, in it. Okay, by using Greek or Latin roots, how we can form new words, how we can learn new words by observing their roots. We have observed about 15 roots in Greek and 15 roots in Latin. By those 15 roots we can find number of words in English. So that is a way to improve our vocabulary, that to learn new words. Always keep in mind, always try to break down the word into root, prefix and suffix. Then we can learn new words, we can improve our vocabulary. Okay, in the next session we focus on how to improve our vocabulary using prefix and suffixes. In today's class, we only focus on root words, learning root words. We have learnt, we have observed 15 Greek roots and 15 Latin roots. Next session, we focus on prefix and suffixes. What is prefix? What is suffix? We have already learned. So, in the next session, how to improve our vocabulary using prefix and suffixes. What is the meanings of prefix and suffix, and how to improve our vocabulary, how to form new words. Thank you for watching this video. Signing off.